Did you know that Portland made a list of the top 20 cities in the country that are still seeing home prices appreciate? I know it doesn't seem like it and it doesn't feel like that. So let's put that into context for you. That's what we're going to be talking about on this week's Monday Market Update.
Hey, this is the Hatch Homes Group, and you have Johnny and Michelle, and we're here with a Monday market update. And right now, we're talking about how a lot of buyers are feeling, and a lot of people are feeling some depreciation in Portland. And something we wanted to talk about is to take into account how much over the last few years the Portland market really inflated.
hmm Yeah, like the whole nation kind of saw this boom. And,
Hmm.
double digit appreciation is not normal, guys. In the last 3 years, we saw, actually 4 years, we saw double digit appreciation year over year over year. And so now when we're seeing things not appreciate at the same level, it sure feels like prices are going down. And what it's really is just a catching up with what normal should be.
Right.
Um,
You're
and
going from like 80 mile, going from 70 or 80 on the freeway to a 30-mile-an-hour
right. Yeah,
zone.
exactly. And we always see a seasonal dip this time of year also,
Hmm.
and therefore we see a lot of price adjustments and we see,
Yeah.
a lot
There's
of
still
reductions.
there's still a lot of sellers too who feel like they want to kind of price it competitively with 2021, pricing it towards the higher end of comparables or overpricing,
Mhm.
and feeling that they're still going to kind of be able to get that. And so
Right.
a lot of those you do see price reductions as well, or corrections, getting it down to more of what ready and able willing buyers going to pay.
Well, and that's the point too. But what's interesting is their Case Shiller did a 20 city comparable, as you can see here, and Portland made that list. We're still
Yeah.
appreciating, even though it's just 0.3%. I mean, that's not super exciting. And
Yeah.
maybe that is an indication that we are below what normal is because, everything's kind of askew because of inflation. Like so many factors go into that, right?
Right.
But I don't think that we can say that we're depreciating overall. However, when you look at Portland in general, at this map here, which is something that Portland Monthly Magazine puts out, and they actually collaborate with Portland State University. Every year they do this, and they put this map out that shows the hot spots and what's appreciated and what hasn't. And it's really interesting when you look at this. I mean, most of Portland is appreciating at,
Yeah.
5 to 9%, or let's say 1 to 10%, like the majority of Portland. And, there's some areas like on the like out in Forest Park, Northwest Heights, and then out east in Pleasant Valley, Happy Valley that are seeing 15% increase year over year.
Yeah.
And what's
The Oh no, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just looking at these blue parts too that are actually decreasing. They're
Yeah,
pretty few.
there is. And you see the Northwest District on there that has a little bit decreasing, and that's got the Pearl District in there and stuff, and or it's on the edge of the Pearl District. And so you can definitely see areas that have been hit a little harder,
Mhm.
that I think a
And
lot
let's
for coming through the pandemic and things that came through that have
Yeah.
affected certain neighborhoods,
Yeah,
certain.
and then those blue parts, I mean, let's face it, they've been hit hard with some crime,
Hmm.
and they're right in the hearts of the city, and we all know what that's been like, and it's hard. COVID really knocked us, but I think that also when you look at like some of those, like Irvington, for instance,
Yeah.
Irvington has historically been super high end, very expensive, very high. So it kind of is not surprising to see that they've gone down a little bit.
What
Um,
Absolutely. Let's look at this one though. You can see Grant Park had 15% or more in everything. Um, you can see around, but right next to it, there's two different blues. There's a dark blue of a 10% or more decrease with the Belmont, Wilshire area, and
mhm,
then 5 to 9 with Irvington. And that's kind
right.
of, it's so pocketed,
Yeah.
is I guess
And
the point.
I think that's also why it's important to look at timing if you're thinking of buying and selling, and also remembering that market value is what consumers are willing and able to pay to live somewhere. It's always going to be up and down. It's always going to fluctuate. Timing is really important. But also, like, the bottom line here is remember that real estate is a long-term investment. It's not
Right.
like you're just going to have it for a couple of years. It's going to be 7 to 10 years, and we'll have to see what the market's doing then. But I think, it's the bottom line is it's still a really good investment, and the market is always good for somebody, right? So if you have questions about this, if you want to talk about it more, like the specific neighborhoods you're looking at buying in, we can advise you and guide you through the whole process. So give us a call, text, or email, and remember to like and subscribe. Bye. Have a good week.